Mustard on that beat, go.
Aye, mustard on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak throw. Man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1.
Should have been a podcast episode 6.
What does sex mean?
Sex.
What does sex mean?
6.
What does 6 mean? You do that numerology shit. What does 6 mean?
I do not. You gonna put some shit on my jacket,
You did it
man.
before?
Nah.
You did it before?
No.
You try to tell me the fucking numbers and shit. What the fuck is this shit?
I was.
Remember I was tripping about that shit?
I was research. I studied sometimes.
They say study long, study wrong.
Nah, because you got to study that shit real long.
You need to study everything long.
Yeah.
The shit you shouldn't study long, I guess that's based off of shit you probably shouldn't study long.
Right.
Like you probably shouldn't study, should I get gas at this gas station too long?
Right.
You see 4 or 5 niggas walking out that bitch, thug the fuck out. You can make a quick the choice right there. Like,
right.
Nah, I ain't gonna get gas here.
Right.
So what you do this weekend? What you do recently? What you been up to?
This weekend I had Mr. Herbert's place. How about that? That's where I was all weekend. And I did a birthday party.
And that's what we're gonna be Friday.
That I got accused of doing some weird shit. Like being with somebody that I'm not with. That's weird to me.
Who has the power to accuse you, if not the good Lord Jesus Christ?
I don't know who be making shit up. I don't know. I really don't know how it works out. It just gets back to me on some weird shit.
Yeah, I I go through that more than anybody.
Yeah.
I get phone calls. So and so said this, and so said that. I just be like, man, fuck all y'all. And you know what happens when I say that, right? I literally mean that shit.
Yeah.
I done said fuck some people, bro. I had to step back from a couple of people just recently. You get close to a motherfucker, you start fucking with a motherfucker, and you start to realize, like, this ain't what it is. And then when you make the choice to be like, you know what, I'm going to go and ride it out and see where it go, they start making choices, make you want to just make other choices. You feel me?
That's what it's all about, making the choices and decisions.
How was your Mother's Day?
I'm not a mother. My mother's great, though.
No, how was your mother? And Mother's Day belong to all of us. We got mamas, right?
That's what I just said. We was kicking it. Me, my daughter, a couple of her cousins. Yeah.
Did you do anything for your child's mother?
I gave her the child.
Okay, so check this out. Is it a thing? Like, do you have to do something for your baby mama, for the mother of your child? Do you have to do something? Is it required?
Every day I do.
No. For Mother's Day.
I mean, that's if you recognize Mother's Day. Did I give her something for Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah and
her birthday,
St. Patrick's Day or her birthday? Any of those days. I don't participate really. Okay, the only reason I participate is if the bank's closed and I can't do a transaction.
Are you going to teach your kid, your baby, how to cater to a mother on Mother's Day? Because one day she might be a mother. Like, is that a thing? Like, do you think of it like from that point of view?
I mean, she's gonna have to see what life is for herself and make her own decision based on whatever I tell her, whatever her mama tell her, because it's not just me.
And it's a third component. A third variable. Society. Society gonna teach you all type of shit. Yeah. Fuck mama, fuck daddy. Listen, you see this? This looks fun, don't it? They don't know what they're talking about. Those guys are old. That third component changes those first
social.
two.
It is social.
It changes those first two. And going into raising kids in the social media based world, it's over with. That's when you're gonna bump into a bunch of things. Dad, I think I'm gay. Or your son, Dad, I think I'm gay. Wow. So what do you do when you didn't teach those values? Say, well, why do you think you're gay? And they say, well, I don't know. But they come off with some shit like, well, why does it matter? I could be attracted to anybody. The truth is, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but guess what? There's consequences to everything you do. Am I saying there's consequences to being gay? I'm saying there's consequences to everything you do. even being hetero. So if you want to make a choice to be with a woman, there's consequences.
Because you might be with more than one.
If you want to make a choice to be with a woman being with a woman, that's what you want to do. There's consequences.
Right.
But out here believing that it's the equivalent of the other is not.
You know what our parents were worried about? Us gang banging. They weren't worried about us being different sex or not. They was, liking the same sex or the opposite sex. They was worried about us selling dope or gang banging.
It was almost acceptable because nobody talked about it. Everybody got that one cousin that's on some other shit. How y'all doing? You know he just a little different. He's a little different. Look.
Everybody had a spicy cousin.
You hanging with the cousins, y'all watching the game and shit, and he's over there with the females in the kitchen cooking. Now tell me, whoa! I'm not saying men don't cook. I'm saying that all the men watching the game, then you need to have your ass in there watching the game. But what if I'm not in the game? But see, there you go. So because when all the kids was playing basketball, somebody's over there playing dress up. I'm just being honest.
Right.
And what if it's a lot more complicated than just that? Because people have other components that come into play on why they make the choices they make. But we're basing this solely off of society saying, hey, it's acceptable. It's a new thing. It's a fun thing. Hey, join in. You want a dick in your mouth, young man?
No.
Take this dick in your mouth, young man. Because this is a fun thing.
Oh,
hey, just try
my
it out. What Tank say? And why don't Tank get ridiculed the same way we do Diddy? Huh?
I think that.
What did Tank say?
He might be a little spicy, man. I don't know.
What did Tank say? Tank said
it's cool to get penetrated. Right?
If you suck one dick, you're not gay for sucking one dick, for trying out one dick. Yeah. I'm Tank. I suck one dick. So saying that's not.
I never heard him say the whole thing because I'm like, I don't even want to make this thing in my head about this guy. I just want to enjoy this music because I don't want to. Where he going with this is crazy.
Luther Vandross, allegedly gay, and he made great music, right. And we can appreciate that music. It's to the point where if I'm listening to music, I can't listen to it for entertainment value. That's why I can't listen to thug shit. I can't listen to straight gangster shit because if you're not dead or like I can listen to the rappers that's dead. I can listen to King Von now. I know he's a fucking murderer and he lived with this shit. I can listen this
psychopath.
I can't listen to that bullshit.
Serial killer.
Because if I'm gonna embody the music, I want it to be real.
Right.
And we don't do that. We don't embody real shit no more. That's why social media can run off with our kids. That's why society, you're gonna always fight against society and what you're teaching your child.
How have you dealt with that as a parent? Because
which part?
The kids with social media.
We don't fucking do. Okay, so this how I go. And this, to be honest, and I hope I step on some fucking toes. I don't agree with them having phones, but I do agree with kids having phones for, what's the word? Good reasons. And I got a better word than good.
Right.
Strategic reasons, more business place reasons. I don't think you should have a phone for fun unless you got business, unless you can pay your phone bill. But a lot of parents, and the way I deal with it, is that I just strip the phone. You can't have social media. If they do got them, if anybody got a social media page, it's on some secret shit,
right? And
it don't seem like it. It being honest and kind of communicating, having an open conversation like, why do you have this, and do you need this? You know, mine got so much shit going on. You really don't need it, but then there's that other component. There's that other variable. Your mothers,
right?
And they have just as much authority, if not more, in certain situations, to choreograph the kid's life based off of their own trying to live vicarious with their fucking kid on some fuck shit.
Right.
Let me explain that because I want them to be like, what do you mean? I watch your podcast and you said all this crazy shit. Well, this is the thing. If you think the kids have a phone,
it's the voice, bro.
Because the other kids have
them
phones.
Sound.
And it's not the case, but it is. Well, he wants a phone. Why does he need it? Well, so I can contact with him. But why? Because we live in a world now that you can have that leash.
Right.
You can have that digital leash on this
just because it's available.
But that digital leash come with a bunch of digital ticks and fleas. Right. It comes with a bunch of other things. So even dealing with kids that I directly influence, I don't agree with a lot of stuff they do. Going on dates and shit at a certain age, that's not cool. My son, Hero, he just opened up and said he had a girlfriend. I said, no, you don't. No, you don't. You're not even 14. No, you don't. In his mind, in her mind, they got some shit going.
Right.
To me, this explains everything. This explains you coming into my office with that little one string of hair. Telling my son, Daddy, look, pulling that little one string of hair. I want to cut this shit off while I sleep one night. But thinking that a relationship is cool comes from the mother. It comes from a relaxed family. You're 13, you're 14. Go ahead and do it. What about the shit they need to be doing? They're going to have their whole life for a relationship. So focusing, putting your focus on a relationship when you're 13, 14, 15, 16 is some fuck shit to me.
Because it automatically leads to everything that they see or have heard that the relationships come with.
Every relationship boils down to I want to fuck you.
That's what exactly.
You think these kids don't want to fuck you? They listen. You want to kiss first. Hey, can I give you a kiss? Okay, kiss. It did get on hard. Her little coochie get wet. So what happens next? Now they texting crazy shit. Yeah, I can't wait till one day we have sex. We got to find a way to be alone. How we gonna do that?
They've already seen it. They definitely have already seen it.
Why wouldn't they? Twitter is practically, X is practically porn.
Yes.
Porn.
Yes.
Uninhibited. It goes wherever it want to go.
All I see on my timeline is X ain't nothing but porn, but I'm still going. And this is from the women.
Women are way, like we discussed this, women are way hornier than us. So with my son, going back to that, son thinking he got a girlfriend, she can easily manipulate the dick out of him.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to teach him, don't fall in love with your dick. Anybody's son, anybody I fuck with, when I see a kid kind of going that female way, I be like, listen, once you fall in love with your dick, she controls you.
Oh.
See, you control your dick, but you're in love with it, so you're gonna follow your dick. And she's gonna give you
control the phallus side.
She's gonna give you something that can't nothing in this world give you, and that's gonna change you. It changes you.
It's over with.
It turns you to look. Pussy gonna turn you into a man or a bitch.
Bitch ass nigga.
One of the two. Same thing with money. Money just increased that persona. That's the next thing we discussed. Dealing with social media, you also got to deal with older men, older women trying to get at your kids. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
So some of the females on my timeline, they're my age, but then they had kids that are her age, so her kids like 21, 22, 23. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're posting this picture of both y'all in skirts, and you don't want nobody to look at that fat ass your daughter got? Bitch, you better think twice.
And
listen,
you can't stop. I don't care
everybody's looking.
If he her age or he a slick pedo or something.
Pull it.
You're making it available, and that's the bottom line.
Double standard time. If my child is at a football game, got his shirt off, y'all buff and shit, and my baby mama post that shit, and her friends looking, ooh, look at that girl, you got a handsome son. They'll suck the dick off my boy.
Right.
Hell no. I'm not going for that, because to me there's no double standard.
But then they'll say, well, you sexualizing everything.
You're supposed to. We're fucking humans. You do know it's called sex, right? What's your sex?
That's the show. Sex, same thing.
That was a terrible play on words.
No.
I feel what you're doing.
If I gave the knowledge behind it, it'd be different. But
let's do it.
We ain't got time for that.
We got time.
About this other shit.
I just looked at my watch.
We're not gonna get smart today.
Yeah, let's get smart. Okay, so I've learned to trust the process. Not that fuck shit. People like, shit happens, trust that process. No. Trust the process I put forward. Right. I fuck with some real people. So why would my kids be real? So dealing with them, saying you can't have this. And I don't think that's smart. Put the conversation in their head. Sometimes we beat the shit out of these kids and they need a hug. They need a fucking hug. And sometimes we hug the fuck out of these kids and they need the shit beat out of them.
They need their ass beat.
But we live in a world where if you touch them, things change.
It's over.
Things change. Watch this. As soon as they're able to get out of your house and go to jail, call that same caseworker. Hey, caseworker, Tamika. Yeah, my son is he's robbed 2 banks. What are we going to do now? Well, I can't do nothing. I was just doing a job. What the fuck? Well, I tried to be this type of father, but you guys told me I was too rough. Because that spectrum of rough goes so low. Yeah. So wait a minute. You told me you couldn't eat nothing but fruit? Yeah. Well, what about the protein? Well, you got peanuts. Well, can you get a pizza? Get some chicken. That boy wants some chicken. But considering
it's fruit protein.
Considering the mental health of it, having a phone at a young age is also a weapon against you. Why do you need to see what the world is saying? You grow into who you are and then go into the world.
Right.
You don't be on the fucking internet seeing every fucking thing you want to see. He got a new lack. This. Oh, she got a new 20-inch weave or whatever the fuck. This. There's a fat pussy over here. This rapper that. It's so fast. It takes you.
So it goes both ways, right? Because they try to make all these things or put technology into the apps that you can use parental, guidance and put restrictions on stuff, because it's the same way they can look up the fucked up shit, they can also learn a bunch of
right. So it turns into what's programmed into you.
Right.
What you program into your child ultimately comes out. It's the whole theory of shooting a bow and arrow. You take a bow and arrow. Your kid is the arrow. Okay? Now the knowledge, the tip, the family support, blah, 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 blah. Your mother and father. So you teach this kid shit. It's like you pulling the arrow back. The more you teach, the more you hold on, the more you teach, you let go at the right time, you got ultimate trajectory, maximum momentum, and it hit where it's supposed to go. It go as far as the pounds of pressure you put behind it.
Right.
But then you don't put that pounds of pressure behind it because of the components. If you got a mother trying to be this way or a father trying to be that way. And
conflicting.
It's very conflicting. And we both been there. I got homeboys. My homeboy Andre's son killed him and his mama. That fucked me up like 2-3 years ago. Here. He killed his daddy and his mama. That was over my house maybe 2 weeks before that. It fucked with my head. My kids, we out there throwing football, getting ready for football season. Some more little kids walk down the block. 2 of those kids are dead now. But I explained to them. That quick. I explained to see this is why you can't hang with guys like that. I'm out here so they came up, but they really came up because your sister was outside. You're not paying attention. Teaching your daughter to weaponize herself against you. Teach your daughters to weaponize herself against you as a father. But when you're a mother, you're going to teach her to weaponize. You're going to weaponize that kid against other women, not men. And you're going to weaponize that kid against the men that you hate. A lot of these females just can't accept their pussy wasn't good enough for a nigga to stay with them. It ain't, but look.
The box was whack.
Or your resources ain't touching my potential. So then you have a kid with this bitch, and then now you pull out. Now the kid gets all this attention. Now she wants to change how life go because of her own understanding. Well, this is my kid because of the government. When that COVID shit happened, yeah, I'm finna go the fuck in. When that COVID shit happened, dog, when they started shutting shit down, if this work, everybody started killing their baby mamas. Bitches started getting fucked up. Niggas started getting fucked. People started breaking up because you get to see the reality of this shit.
Yeah.
Look, and then the police weren't coming out. Had I been in my other mode, I would have took advantage of that. Like they took advantage of those PPP loans, which was legit. You got one part saying it's not, one part saying it is. But when everything shut down, let's say the world shut down, there's no law. You found out some shit you weren't supposed to find out. You found out the baby ain't your, bah! Dead.
Yeah, over with.
You found out little buddy fucked your wife, bah! Dead. Look, you found out your son did some fuck shit. You're going to beat the brakes off of him because there's no change. There's no order. Pure chaos. And in the form of pure chaos, the man with a little order wins. Not the crazy. In the world of chaos, the crazy man don't win. It's the nigga that can see his chaos.
Right.
But in the world of order, the man that sees chaos is the king of all. This is real shit. This is the shit these fake ass OGs don't teach you. They teach you how to put 1 and 2 together. But then later in their life, they not who they were supposed to be. If you got people under you with any type of potential, you sprinkle them. You grow that plant, and you can eat off that plant forever. But we don't know how to do that. Think about how many studios, how much talent around us, how many people around us that just don't consider who they really are. And it's hard to without a beacon of light to swim to or bask in. We stay in the shadows too much. We relax too much. Everything is just too easy. And then later we got to figure this shit out the hard way. And then when you consider what's the hard way, not the smart way. So when you said the numbers, you got to do the math on the numbers, that numerology shit is some real shit, but to me, I connect all that shit to the same. What the fuck? I don't know. Who the hell? Because once you study it, you can create anything you want to create if your mind is strong enough.
Right. The mind is off.
They call it manifesting.
Right.
Okay, so if you can manifest anything, and this is going to change the tone. If you can manifest anything, you want to manifest love. But what if you don't know you can? And when do you learn to manifest love? From mama and dada, from big brother, from uncle, your gay cousin we talked about. All that shit is a manifestation of love. That's why family is important. And outside of family, you got community. The community family. Like family is family, but the components, one family makes, 20 families make a community, right? So then you got this world. And look at the state of it. Our females are more masculine than the man because that's how they survive. And then they forget why. And then men go through whatever they go through and change who they are and become women. Naturally, if you were raised by a woman, you're going to have feminine traits, vice versa. So a lot of men can't, a lot of those dudes, I never play baby dolls. I'm just too hard. I can't eat a glizzy. I don't eat nothing that's white.
Yeah, that's
when you got that
weird.
When you got that mentality, bro, you fucked already. The minute you think niggas can't swim, you fucked. The minute you think niggas don't read, you fucked. The minute you think niggas ain't parents, you fucked. The minute you underestimate the black man, you fucked. But if you teach the black man to fuck yourself, you got it.
Right.
And you can't teach it to him. You teach it to the woman. You teach it to the woman. And there your answer go. You want to know if God is why would God be a man? Consider that. It's both. Let's consider both. And let's consider what a woman is.
You would say it's androgynous.
So when you go back to the kid, like we just said, it's 50-50. So how I deal with it, I try to let it be much as close to that zero outline as much as possible. Trusting what she has to say, trusting her insight and understanding, and
her being the mother,
and hoping she trusts mine. So sometimes we do bump into situations, and I do go to fuck ham. I go to fuck ham. I be like, see now if your mama didn't, and my, she be like
ham, like ham what? In the Bible ham.
No, I go hard in the mother. I go hard in the motherfucker. So I started to point out things, but pointing when you fighting, when you were teaching a kid, you have to consider what you say to the partner, because what's fucked up. Let's do this.
Hit the like button.
The conversation that we having right now, a lot of these females can't have because dude gone. He gone. Like I said, what if your pussy was good? He was just a lame. Why you fuck him? And then I heard, oh my God, this female told me, a real close female told me this the other day. Well, I get mad. I get mad when men think, when people say, how you supposed to know who you was gonna have a kid with? I mean, you knew who you lay down with. Because you fucking did. You fucking knew. Listen, and even if you didn't know, once you realized what it was, you could have pulled out. Once your standards settled and you wasn't living the life you want to live, you could have pulled out. Once his potential wasn't being met, pause, flip it. What about that guy that's potential that is being met? He just like to fuck other bitches because your pussy not good enough. What if your pussy is good enough? Your pussy not good enough. You understand that? Some people you just can't please. Both ends of the spectrum right there.
Okay, so even if it is good enough, he's still going to do what he do? Right.
Same thing with them. You can, listen, the sex drive of a female is like a fucking rabbit. Some females play it off. But again, a
lot of them play it off.
They're extremely horny.
Unless they want you.
The minute, the moment you have a machine that can drive you to a point a man can't, the man ain't the problem, bitch. It's you. It's you. Because watch this. They're on the brink of it. They're going to create something that a man can fuck. And it's going to be over with. You're going to find out if pussy rule the world.
AI bot.
What the fuck I'm going to do with you, bitch? I got the fuck master 7000. Because numbers be attached. Numbers attached to our ass, ain't they? Right. We got a social security number, right? But
the stock market.
You got the fuck master 7000.
Yes.
20 different modes. Becky mode, Tina mode, dude, baby mama mode, baby little mama up the street mode, the chick at the corner store mode, the fat bitch on the weekend mode. You got what the fuck? And then it can suck your dick too.
That sounds like niche porn.
That sounds like some dope ass shit. We need to create the fuck master 7000. We'll let Twice try it out. He was like, hey, bro, that shit go ham. Can we get it back? I broke it. Nah, but females go through sex toys like men go through basketball shoes. Sex toys. How many you have? I got about 6 that I use. I had about 20.
I have noticed women being a lot more comfortable with admitting that they have them.
I'm into that shit, though. Don't get it wrong. I love sex toys. Whoa.
Freaky ass nigga.
Freaky ass. Hey, listen. So, but I like it. I respect the combination of both. Because, look, that thing, it takes out 80% of the work for you. All you got to do is fuck and let that thing do what it do.
You save them some about 30 minutes.
Yeah. Because, you know,
go ahead and work it out, baby.
Go ahead and work. Hey, so hold on. So cougars, dealing with female, like, okay, so imagine dealing with a female and the kids are your age. She's beyond cougar. But I guess, you know, a cougar don't rise. Like, you stay one age and you grow and she just still a cougar to you.
Yeah.
Other than that, you're an old bitch.
Right.
So it's like people create the map. What's the little lineup of it? Like cougar, sugar mama. All that. No. You got old bitch and you got cougar. It's only 2 of them.
Right.
Now some of these old bitches can look like cougars. So let's establish his age. So if she's maybe, let's say 10 years older than you, 10 years is a big difference.
Yeah.
So 10 years older, anything 10 years older than you is a cougar.
Right.
If she 5 years older than you, bro, that's too close.
Yeah.
She's just a little older.
Yeah, that's it.
10 years
is
so
cougar.
we establishing this. This is established now. 10 years older than you is a fucking cougar. So if she's 20 years older than you, she's an old bitch. Now, let's discuss that. Old women trying to get their groove
Seasoned
back.
coochie.
You ever fuck with an old bitch? Like, I can't go too old.
With what you just say, though. When she look like a cougar.
Listen, if she look, I can't listen. I care. Age means something to me. Bro, because if your pussy got gray hair on it, like a gray taco, I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with no
gray tacos.
But listen, I've quit dealing with females based off of that shit.
Off of what?
Just looking at the pussy. You ain't never seen the ugly pussy?
I mean, what's pretty?
What's a pretty pussy? See, that's all in perspective. But to me, the pretty pussy is that little taco tucked in. The little tucked in taco, like the little fat dude neck they be showing online. The little balled up skin shit. That shit. All that shit flowing out and fluffily out. I don't fuck with all them fluffy. Like, why
with the butterflies?
Why your pussy? Like, they're all different. And females are defend against that. Well, my vagina looked like this because it was my life. I was born with it. Well, that's on you. Some people are born with ugly dick, I guess, right? We can't do nothing about that.
That meaty taco is
because females are really into dick.
It could be really meaty.
Females judge our dicks like we judge cars. It's like 20
dick judgers.
It's 20 veins in it. Look at it. You like it. Pick up a toy or some shit. I told this one bitch. I said I be on some other shit. She said, why you say that? I said, cause I be smushing her peas and feeding it to my dick. It make my dick grow bigger. Just fucking with her and shit. And she's like, well, I fucked a cucumber before. For a second there, I know about females fucking cucumbers. It's not a thing. I understand that. But I was just joking, bitch. You really got horny enough to stick a fucking veggie inside of you?
I threw my dick a party.
That gives a whole new name to VeggieTales.
Does she eat the cucumber after that?
Did she feed it to her family? I mean, consider that. If you eat your wife pussy and she
I would hope a woman would do that.
Anything
but
phallic
a nasty
shaped,
ass bitch would.
Anything phallic shaped and been in that hoo-ha.
Right.
Anything. So just fast forwarding it. Off of kids. Dealing with being responsible for each other is more important than considering your family. Okay, when you have a family, you have to be considerate for their upbringing. If you don't consider somebody being better than you or stronger than you, then at this point you failed. You have to have your partners and people around you be stronger than you. And if y'all keep pushing each other whenever you fail, you can depend on them. Right. Okay, cool. Same thing with your fucking kids.
No wonder before, because everyone would be each other's crutches.
Jigga. So that's the lyrics for you, mother. No. So if you teach your kids to be a certain way, some parents like, I want you to go Go live your life. Go over there and fly away. And then that kid go live their life. And it's like, you never come home. You never come visit me. Oh. Because you told her or him go. What benefits the family? What benefits this kid? You think your knowledge is not needed? They can always call. There you go, depending on technology. What if they can't always call? Sometimes you need to come home and visit the family. It's very important to visit your family. And a lot of times when families get into it, you really don't have to apologize if everybody's standing their ground. You just start talking again and let that shit go.
Right.
The apology can just be theoretical. It could just be something that should maybe happen. In theory, it could be in theory. We apologize, let it go, because I don't give a fuck about a lot of my family members. Yeah, I'm going there. We put the podcast out.
But that would be more of your relative than your family.
Relative.
You care what your family thinks.
I care about my family.
You care what I think.
I care about my family and my relatives, but I don't give a fuck about the people I don't fuck with. That's connected to both of those lines.
Right.
All right, so we put the podcast out, and some of my family hit me up, and I'm looking like, okay, that's cool. I mean, I'm not looking for people to like us. People gonna fuck with us, but it's those things.
Hit the like button, though. It's
those things when I'm sitting in conversations, I'm hearing things. I'm like, okay, so you want me to do what? Hey, you got a whole podcast. You can promote what I'm doing.
What you doing?
Have you even watched the episode of it? I ain't had time, motherfucker. How the fuck, bro? I didn't even know you fuck with it. And then that's when it turned into this and that. A lot of people ain't gonna support you. And we need to harp on that. They're not gonna support the family.
What podcast has supported us or?
I can't think of nobody fuck with us. I mean,
nobody. I'm talking about just reached out and said, "Hey, I like what y'all doing."
As far as podcasts go,
yeah,
none. I can you think of anybody that contacted you?
Nicole, please.
Hey, shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of other people
salute Nicole, please.
People that fuck with us on other shit. Shout out to Nicole. Nicole, please give us some love.
Yeah.
You should like a noise right here. Yeah. Maybe a stripper running by the screen. I'm not saying this is a stripper. I don't know it, but that's love. So I've had people that's not in this world do that. They walk right.
Oh, Ferocious.
Oh fuck, shit. Yeah, Pharaoh.
Ferocious.
Check his shit out. His shit dope too. He do his thing. Shout out Pharaoh. I fuck with Ferocious, but a lot of people he fuck with, I don't fuck with. So
you don't fuck with a lot of people.
You don't fuck. But
I don't fuck with a lot of people.
It be Ferocious.
And I'm not saying that just to be saying I don't fuck with a lot of people.
I fuck with.
What we're saying is we fuck with who we need to fuck with.
No. That's what he's saying. I fuck with Ferocious. I fuck with Ferocious on the deepest level. I fuck with Dre on the deepest level. He can get anything out of me. No Diddy. No Drizzy. BB. No. So I fuck with him, but I've been in a different world and different walks, and I see certain people, and I be like, I've been in certain deep situations with people, and shit didn't pan out, and it go certain ways, and I be like, yeah, I couldn't fuck with that guy, but I fuck with Ferocious, even though he fuck with that guy.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Where I'm like, this is my guy, but I don't really fuck with that guy that's next to him like that. But
that's my case, even in the streets. And shout out to you, Pharaoh. But even in the streets, and shout out to Z-Dimensional. But even in the streets, it's a lot of niggas I fuck with. I fuck with this nigga, but I don't fuck with his niggas. So that opens up this issue where, a lot of them niggas won't say they don't fuck with us. Fuck with me. Because, I've always been ahead of the curve. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody that hear my voice that know me know that. I've always been ahead of the curve, and by people not understanding that, they wanted to be the fucking curve too. So a lot of things happen. A lot of people switch up on you. Listen. When people switch how they normally move with me, contact, however you want to do it, it doesn't bother me anyway because the people that fuck with me still do. And I ain't talking about the people I collect and connect to. I'm talking about the people I've been fucking with since day one still there. If you ain't been there since day one, then you never been there since day one. I have people that's been parallel with us. Right now.
A lot of that.
A lot of parallels. So you ask yourself, where have a lot of these brands
You know what? I'm glad you said it like that too. Because I don't be wanting to, just not fucking with people. Sometimes it's not that I don't fuck with you. It's just we parallel.
No. It's people I don't fuck with.
No. I know that. But it's another set of people
that you don't, you just parallel with them.
Yeah, it's not that I don't have a problem with them.
Right. Because as people, I don't have problems
something
with
could
we just don't fuck around.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
we're parallel. So
parallel.
So I'm glad I ain't never looked at it like that.
And the good thing about
we don't have to fuck with each other is what I'm saying. We don't have to not fuck with yeah. We don't have to do things together and collaborate and all that kind of shit just because we do similar things or we're in the same kind of industry. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Me not working with you don't mean that I don't fuck with you.
And it's healthy for the industry, for any industry, for people not to connect and to connect. Right. Because it gives you these different variants.
Right. You connect with who you connect with. You can go fuck with
that because that's far from over here. You can go fuck with that because that's far from over here, and that does this. So competition is a flaw built inside of our community. Because when you're competing with somebody, you really can't get the best out of each other. It's when you're working together. So you can have an innocent rivalry that can push you to the next stage. But when it's competition, it kind of destroys because competition means you have to win.
Right, and then one of y'all got to lose.
Somebody got to lose, and that's not a learning process.
That's like if we working on a song together. Like, yeah, we're competing with each other, but I'm not trying to make a song where I have a really good verse and you don't. No.
Overall, the song will be the song.
Yeah, we want both of the verses to be really good. So, yeah, we can compete with each other, but not to the point where I'm dissing the nigga that's on the second verse. Like,
doubling down on it. Doubling down on it. Let's make it a competition where you two guys are fighting for a job. This job, if he get the job, y'all both win. If he get a job, y'all both lose. Now think about that. If you get the job, y'all both win. That's a come up. But why would you want the next man to come up? That's why I get to this point. If there was power in the Bible, which I'm not saying is not, because you can find power in a fucking rock outside, depending on how you use it. But there's power in the Bible, they wouldn't have gave it to you. You see what I'm saying? If there was power in the Bible, they wouldn't have gave it to you. So they give you the broken version of it. They give you a flaw, a phony, a fake. They give you some bullshit. They say, well, this is the Bible. It can't be because even the fakeness is real. There's fakeness, there's realness flowing out of the fakeness.
All right.
Let me explain that deeper. If you have a man that's a known homosexual that killed his own mother in his own history, and he gives you the King James version of the Bible, you see where it came from? Somewhere negative. So why would it be anything positive? Not saying the Bible is not, because it still comes from a source. A source of light is still a source of light. Flip it up. Let's make it water. If your mother came in that room, clean hands and everything, house smelled good, brought you a glass of clear water, you'll trust it and drink it. A stranger brought you that water, would you drink it?
No.
Now, what if a stranger brought you that water and you know his history? You know he's did this, you know he's done that. Look, even if you don't want to know it, it's there.
It depends on what his history is. If it's history of good shit, then cool. But if it's history of weird shit and shit I don't understand, I'm not drinking the water.
Disgusting, warlike shit, genocide, murder, like complete.
Yeah, look at how many people God killed in the Bible compared to how many people the devil killed. I think the devil killed like 2 or 3 people, but it was because God told him to do it.
So if God, watch this. So we make man. Okay, so man made God in his own image. It had to be that way. Because if God made man in his image, that's a downgrade. Why would a God want to be a man outside of living vicariously through us to experience living? Does that make any fucking sense? And even if it don't make sense or do make sense, who is it on us to destroy somebody else's beliefs? That's not what we're doing. We're just asking us questions. If this is power, why would they? If Jesus is power, why would they give it to a slave? So you can chess play this. You can say, well, later they figured, God was gonna get around anyway, son. Yeah, and there's a scripture. There's a scripture over here that says, a real nigga, volume 3.26. Thou shalt not be deceived in the word of what the fuck are we even talking about?
Yeah, they was killing us for being able to read before they gave us the Bible.
Why? Why would somebody kill? Listen, why would somebody kill you? Because you're reading.
Right.
And if this person did kill you because you was reading, what would we do to your kids? And what happens when you say we can't stop them from reading? So let's give them something they can't read. Let's give them something to believe in. Let's give them something to understand.
Right. Well, after they gave us the Bible, after they gave the slaves the Bible.
It could be argued.
Then it was cool for them to read.
The black church is a steadily functioning tool of racism. Think about that.
Yeah. I mean, based on the history of how we even got it.
If your preacher, Jesus, let's do this. Jesus was a carpenter. Yeah, one dude was a fisher. Some dude was like a builder. You feel me? But your preacher just preach and drive a Lexus. Why the fuck he ain't doing a modest job? My preacher work at the school. Look at his house. Is he living like Jesus? Is he opening his house to the public? Think about this. I'm not going to attack no churches that's completely up the street from us, but how many times have you needed something from the church and you can go to church and get it? You can't, unless you're a part of that church. But to my understanding, people would pull up on Jesus like, hey, bro, where the fish at? I got you. We can figure this out together.
Right. But so
where would the women
saying is that the preacher should be like Jesus?
What I'm saying is the preacher should be like Jesus. That's exactly what I'm saying. And Jesus is not God. That's another misunderstanding. When you start saying you're doing this for Jesus, because Jesus said like the power like flow through him. So when the world ends, we all die. You know whose side Jesus is gonna be on? God's side. And when you be like, Jesus, I worship you, he be like, whoa. Listen, I told them what you told me. I told them that you was the man. They started worshiping me. I don't know why.
That's how people worship. That's why I said is the preacher supposed to be like Jesus, because people do worship their pastors.
It's okay.
Until he fuck one of the.
It's okay. So it's okay.
The clergy members.
It's okay. It's okay. You fuck my wife. It's okay. You're like Jesus. So if Jesus come to Holy Mike's house. Hey, Mike.
Holy Mike.
Who is it? Baby Jesus at the door. Open the door. Well, listen. I came here for her. Now, God told me to come take your wife and put a baby in her. What? Ain't nobody going for that shit. Your wife come home. Baby, listen. I'm pregnant. Wait, whoa. We ain't even fucked. How are you pregnant? God put a baby in me.
Immaculate conception.
You ready for the story? You ready for the real story? They found her walking down the street, her and their baby. You understand that? But when that's because it's not in context. When you go in the text, in the manuscripts, when you go back in history base, when you go to the history of it, it don't make sense.
What came first, Jesus or Christianity?
What came first, chicken or the egg? Jesus had to come before Christianity, right?
Yeah.
So if Jesus never
Jesus wasn't even a Christian.
So they based the ideology about how he lived.
Right.
So they worshiped how he lived instead of what he worshipped. You think about that. And people can be like, they don't know what they're talking about, blah, blah, blah. This is my opinion.
No,
Are you judging me? Are you judging me?
Listen, you don't know what we're talking about.
Are you fucking judging
we can know what we're talking about.
Are you fucking judging me?
Does the J not even existing during that time?
It didn't. The J did not exist.
Does that matter?
But then people hit you with this. You got Yahweh and all these other creative names. If you can't speak,
Yeshua.
If you cannot speak whatever language that name is, don't fucking say it to me. If you can't speak Arabic, don't fucking tell me Allah. Don't tell me 2 or 3 fucking phrases. Don't tell me Akbar or Assalamu alaikum. Don't tell me some shit you learned because you was on that.
Inshallah.
Don't tell me a fucking phrase. Just like saying por favor. That's different. You might as well be saying that when you don't know the history of Amen to say Amen. If you don't know the history of Hallelujah, if you don't know the history of it, there's no conversation that we can have that we are parallels. When people be like, hey, man, I really want you to go in. Do you really want me to talk about the shit that I be on? No. It's easier for me to talk about Venezuela or talk about bitches and hoes because females attractive.
Hey, the merch is fire this week, too.
Yeah, the merch is fire. It's fire as fuck. SBL, get your shit.
Yeah.
You see how you had to calm me the fuck down.
No, I haven't talked. That was the first thing I was going to talk about was purple
we went straight
royal. And,
we went straight in. All did.
You know what I'm saying?
All did.
And all that. So
take that.
Hit the like.
Take that. And y'all can get this. Y'all can get these shirts. All y'all do is inbox us and tell me you want one.
Yeah, it's not gonna magically happen. We have to physically send these to you.
We
should
do.
You want to
we
be
do.
a part. You got to be initiated though.
Yeah, and being initiated, we do have a new page coming up. Back to what I was saying. When you go into the religious conversation, those should be under our cringe page because females, men like different things. Most females are gonna look at bullshit. I'm telling you. But there's another level. I've met another level of female that don't. They on what we on. But it baffles me.
Where y'all at?
Yeah, they there.
Where y'all at?
They there. But they tied up in those situationships. They tied up in those half-ass relationships. Think about we're talking about the Bible. That's a turnoff to some people that looks at it like that. When you are afraid, even if you're afraid to have a conversation, something's wrong. If you're afraid to question what happens when you die, something's wrong. If you're afraid to question, is this real or fake? Something's wrong. To even believe something that somebody else gave you without no due diligence, no research, it's fucking fake.
Everybody looking
something's
for
wrong.
A messiah, a leader, a reason that they don't have to be accountable
for who they are,
or not knowing, or thinking that they know, or just saying, man, listen, I'm gonna just be safe and go with Jesus. I ain't saying nothing wrong with if you do that. I'm just saying that's a cop out.
Nobody.
I'm gonna just be safe because
I'm blessed. So you know what?
I don't want to go to hell.
God, thank you for blessing me today. I really appreciate you for blessing me. Fuck those 21,000 kids that ain't ate shit over there in this whatever the fuck place.
But then when you do the etymology on the word blessed, it get different.
So when you look up the word, when you know the history of the word blessed, it changed.
Right.
When you know the history of the word Lord, it changed. Here we go. When you know the history of the word virgin, it changed because virgin didn't mean you didn't fuck. It mean you wasn't married.
Right.
So wait a minute. You mean you wasn't married and your name is Mary?
Wow.
Sometimes you want to carry the marry, whatever the fuck. So when it turns into that type of what the hell, you got to look at who controls this information. People don't care. I don't care who controls it. Good Jesus made sure my juice was right. Good Jesus. What about this? I don't care. I know he was there for me, and you going to hell. You're telling.
That's an old lady.
I'm going to hell. So listen.
Which one? Level 3?
What you mean when you only want hell where the devil resides waiting on your ass?
The devil with the horns? That guy? The red guy with the tail?
So what about the devil?
The pitchfork?
What about the devil that's telling you I'm wrong? What about the devil in you that's convincing you to try to tell me something that I don't want to hear? Okay. So that's your opinion. That's that devil I'm talking about. The devil's in the details, right?
The evils.
The word live, L-I-V-E. The word devil, or do I even have to spell it? That's not weird. Live the devil. That's not Santa, Satan. You think these words are just plays? This ain't just play. Spells, putting spells on people, spelling.
Every word you say is a spell.
Everything we do and say has meaning, but sometimes and somewhere along the line, we got somewhere when it was like, hey, that means nothing. For them to convince you out of your culture, it means nothing. For them to replace culture with movies. Some people, life is movies. Some people live to watch somebody else live. We work to make sure everybody okay, right?
Right.
That's a community. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing to make.
Well, hold on. Dick Gregory, the guy you put me on, he said that there is no black community because a community would consist of
a hospital, grocery store, and
a bank, schools,
building blocks,
and the neighborhoods. So
building blocks.
It's black neighborhoods, not black communities.
Structural building blocks.
Right.
Okay. We have a lot of people that we know that got companies. They started companies, right? Technically, we started a company, right?
Yeah.
So we go to these people and say, hey, we got a brand. Let's cross-brand. Let's do this. That's how you have a community. That's where your companies come from. But then how many people we got that's going into doctors and nursing? And all the people that are going into doctors and nursing and any other type of profession, what are they doing that benefits the community? Outside of going to work, making sure their bills paid, going to the club on the weekend to see Drizzy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you. What do we do for our community with our talents? Right now, we've created tomorrow's dialogue now. We're talking about things for tomorrow now. Because right now it may not make sense. But then I wanted to do an episode where my kids can watch where I'm not just talking about smashing bitches or fucking people up or gunshots. Wow, 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 wow. Or me stripping in Venezuela. All that shit. That's cool, fun and games. But where the jewels at? Where the sharpened knives at? Where your son can come here and weaponize himself or bedazzle himself with the game that you gave him.
With them jewels.
Or your daughter. Niggas don't got game no more. Niggas game stop at Madden. Think about that. And I'm not dissing Madden. I'm saying niggas game stop. What is somebody really telling you? They don't give a fuck what they tell you. And that's why when we put these clips out, I be wondering, like, I wonder who's gonna say something. Because I see people see. And I talk to some people when I do these right here. When I'm talking to people right now. When you speak, you talking to people right now.
Yes.
Who else in our community is doing this? And even if they are doing it, it's on a level where it's on a parallel level where they understand what they're doing is not necessarily for everybody. Who does this benefit? We can talk about what we want to talk about. Let's talk about movies, video games, bitches, cars, guns, knives, trucks. Talk about all that shit. But also let's talk about this. Or we can talk about this. I've seen white people post cotton. Cotton is the southern snow. The southern snow, what she say? The snow down south is cotton, or the cotton is the snow for the south. Niggas don't think that, but there's a version of nigga that's country enough. Oh, we did pick cotton. I just grew up picking cotton, man. It's not a big deal. Fuck that. And that's where my stance come from. Oh, we created country music, but then they took it. No. They didn't take nothing. We gave it away by not willing to fucking die. Hell yeah, they fucking took it. Burn 2-3 houses down around me and wonder if I'm gonna make the same choice them niggas made.
Right.
I would have been killed, man. Me, I would have fought all of them. And the niggas that did that, we don't know where they are now. When I visit New Orleans, I went to the Whitney plantation, and I was able to see all of the slaves that escaped. They caught them and put their heads on pikes on the bank. So when you pull up, and I put these pictures in our community thing. I post my trip, but I was able to see. I'm like, damn, these are the people that stood the fuck up. Y'all want to hear me go off? Let me go off on this, on who we are, and who are we, and why we don't know. And if the church is such a big, pivotal understanding in your life, then why the fuck it don't help? It helped me because I got an education in God. And they paid for me to go to school. But your auntie died. Your auntie died. Your neighbor died. And they weren't a part of the church. Did they get help from the church? No, they didn't. They didn't.
Well, okay. I see it as...
And I'm not shitting on the church. I'm shitting on the structure.
You're definitely shitting on a part of the church that you should be shitting on.
Right.
But there's another part of it that definitely helps.
Definitely helps.
Regardless if it's any kind of message that somebody may receive, regardless if it's somebody like me who went through there and learned, shout out to G5, who learned live sound, learned how to twerk live sound.
Right.
I didn't know how to do that, but I went to church and learned how to do that. It had nothing to do with the messages per se, but if the guy wasn't there delivering the messages, he wouldn't need a fucking microphone.
There you go. So the trickle-down effect actually worked for you.
Right.
So just speaking, playing good cop, bad cop, po-po, if you learned those things, step it up. Go to the Pope. What you learning from the Pope?
Right.
What's the trickle down effect when you were a televangelist? Huh? I mean, everybody get Mercedes. everybody pay. So there your structure go right there. So you learned a beautiful talent to help you go further in life with your profession. Something you actually wanted to learn. You also learn how to DJ from K Smooth.
Yes.
Rick it. All right, cool. I remember trying to build my first studio. And I hope this guy see this. I hope he's still alive. I don't know where this nigga at. I mean, I don't give a fuck. But I remember asking the guy, like, hey, man, I want to build a studio. What's the first step? This motherfucker told me, man, you pay me, I tell you what you need. What the fuck? So, people that came up behind me.
He might have was broke.
Give a fuck. The game is to be passed on, you fucking idiot. Because your son might need it one day.
I need some money.
The game is to be sold, not told. It's some pimp shit. That's not knowledge. The game is to be earned. I understand that. But paid for is a different thing. At that point, you ain't paying for a game. You're paying for a trade.
Right.
Game is the when you passing down knowledge.
Something I did hear Pimp say. He said, I can give you some game, and you're gonna have to pay for it with your life.
That's real as fuck. There we go.
It's gonna cost you your life to exercise this game. I done told you.
These tokens is life tokens. So when you take black kids and they're walking life, and consider a white kid's walking life, and say, well, they're gonna have the same walk. You got poor blacks and poor whites. That's the thing. So you got poor churches, and you got rich churches. So you think a rich person go to a poor church? What church Tyler Perry go to? What church? Does he go to church? Did he go to Kirk Franklin's church or some shit? Or they all go to T.D. Jakes pimping ass? You think you're not a pimp? You crazy.
The Potter House.
If you ever knew a pimp, it takes one to know one.
The devil knows his own.
If you ever knew a hustler, it takes one to know one. If you ever knew a swindler, it takes one to know one. Why all the big preachers hanging out with the big moguls and hip-hop artists and artists? Think about that. Then go to the other end. Go to the white end. It's the same thing. It's just that they're not hanging out with broke ass.
Joel Osteen.
They're not hanging out with bullshit preachers. They hanging out with owners of mega corporations.
Right. Making decisions.
So your friends hold your value too. If you got a valuable friend, more likely you can get some knowledge off that valuable friend. You can get some value off that valuable friend. That's why going to church, people pick what church they go to. Well, I really ain't like that church. I'm going to go to this. Bitch, this ain't your fucking outfit.
Oh, that's another thing I learned in church, too, is those church wars and shit. I'm like, what? How y'all not?
Preachers don't like other preachers? Because
even if it's subliminal, like they act like they cool, but then it's like the preachers are actually cool with each other, but y'all congregation be going against each other.
Because competition is negative. Negative, like you can have an innocent rivalry again. Competition is negative, and I'll try to cover this earlier. Being in competition with the person you're raising a kid with, that's not good. Being in competition with your pastor because your pastor, you work every day. You struggle to even come to church, but your wife, you going to work, you going to church with her. She looking good. The pastor look good. He up there handsome and shit. Everything he blinging and shit. He BBL drizzy down. He up there looking good. Now you got to compete with this because your wife can say, "Why you don't look like our pastor? He's the ideal man based off of what this book says. They don't worship your pastor. The book say don't worship. The book also the pastor's a man too. Nigga, everybody men. We all humans.
Right.
Nobody gets a pass. You do something wrong, you should.
Except the pod gods.
Yeah, we get
hit
passes.
the like button.
We get passes. So again, just to say this, we're not dissing any type of religion, but questioning the balls of it. We're questioning the girth of the religion. We question the wetness. We questioning the sexuality of it. That's exactly the question that has to be asked. Is your religion hetero, or is it all accepting? Let me break that down. Is your religion about me and you, or is it about everybody? Because once it's about everybody, it don't make sense.
Right.
How could this be about everybody when everybody don't have the same walks in life? Somebody grew up believing they had to marry this guy because that's what tradition says. And then you grew up with free choice. But you're telling them they're wrong for believing what they believe because you don't believe it.
Right. And that's how they was raised.
You can't do that. The same way you can't tell me I can say, you know what, I don't agree with this. Nobody knows what happened when you die. The Bible says, shut the fuck up. The Bible didn't say shit. Okay, take it to the cemetery.
Right.
Okay, the Bible says this. The Bible says that people supposed to suffer because when people suffer, you can learn to shut the fuck up.
The Bible also says black people are cursed.
Yeah, well, no. That's one of the Bibles say that. There's the Mormons. It was a war in heaven. Yeah, it was the Mormons. It was a war. It was a war in heaven, and the black people didn't help out as much. Look this up.
Curse of Ham.
So they got cursed to wear black skin. Who the fuck? What? So turn around. If the curse is black skin, why y'all tanning to get darker skin? Why you tanning?
All white people don't believe that. All white people aren't even white people.
Mormons. We're talking about Mormons. But I'm not attacking them. They believe what they want to believe. I believe that it's okay to have an open spirit, but not be closed into some type of doctrine that says otherwise. Why can't you just live like the animals? I'm talking about like out in the woods eating shit.
If people were raised, just like we were saying, if a woman was raised to like have her husband picked for her, that's how
that's their community.
Yeah.
Right.
So if a person was raised in the church then this is what they're gonna believe.
Islam, a lot of they religious laws like if they don't fucking fuck with us, kill them.
Yeah.
Kill them. Kill them? We're them.
Yeah.
We're them.
Yeah.
So the Christians be like, oh, okay, well, we got a fucked up God too. Our God says do this and do that. But then it's not that. It's the human belief. I believe this is what I interpret this to be. So I'm going to live my life like this. You're going to kill all these people in the name of God? You're going to kill all these people in the name of God?
Yeah, killing people is wrong until you're doing it for God.
Fuck should have been a podcast. It should have been a church.
A tabernacle.
A fucking church. Are we not preachers? Are we not speaking our truth? Are we not divine in our walks in life?
Are we speaking the word of God?
Are we not men gods? No. But now, honestly, so the woman is important to this because a woman makes us who we are. Yeah. And we make them who they are. Yin and yang. Oh, that's negative and positive. Well, there you go. There's no balance. How can you have an abundance of one chromosome minus the other and feel that's balanced because your brain said, I want to do this? I hope y'all caught that. Mm. If a man want to be another man, you can be happy in life, but your bodies would never mix. Your bodies, your natural makeup, what holds your spirit, what holds the spirit of Christ inside of you.
Two pegs.
So, in same thing with two females. Outside of touching each other, you would never become one. You would never have the same. You would never manifest into one being.
Right. You can't procreate.
And isn't that the point? So watch this. So no, because some women can't have kids. Yeah. And it should have been the medical channel. But it's not. I got to do with that. We talking about the ones that fucking can. And for the ones that can't.
All men can't produce.
But who gives a fuck if a man can't do it? Fuck you.
Because he ain't got to carry it or deliver it.
That don't mean shit. You think he ain't sitting at home alone in his room? Thinking about, damn, I wish I could have some kids. You think men want kids? If you meet a female, watch this. When you meet a female that don't want kids and you want kids, situation done. You meet a female that that do want kids and you don't want kids, situation done. It's done because that's the end of it.
Yeah.
But if you meet somebody that can't have kids and you guys want to adopt, that's one thing. Nobody can tell you how to do this. It's your life. Do it how you want to. If you wanna go wear a fucking outfit dressed as a turtle and go fight ninjas in the city, go do it. But when people have an opinion about it, you can't say nothing about it. And that's why religion is such a taboo subject, because having an opinion about it gets you
criticized and minimized.
I wanted you to say it. It gets you punched. But having an open enough mind about it to understand that there's some good in this, there's some bad in this, you gain more than you could ever gain by being able to look at everything versus one thing.
Lean not to your own understanding.
What's the difference?
Somebody said that once upon a time.
So what's the difference between understanding and overstanding?
I'm going to just go with knowing.
So you rather be faithfully, you rather live in your faith or live in your no?
No.
So again, if you know what you up against, you have a better chance of facing it. And if you know this should have been a podcast, y'all know we should have cut this shit about 5 minutes ago. Like that one.
But wait.
There's more. If you do want to get these shirts, we got y'all. Hit us up. It's going to be a big-ass party this weekend. Nothing but Amazonian strippers.
Mr. Herbert's Place. Celebrate my 90th birthday.
He's 49, y'all. He looked 13, doesn't he? Somebody believe that. Damn, I know he's 49. Oh, yeah. But
90th. Yeah, Mr. Herbert's Tequila Bar, 3315 West Roosevelt.
Before we get off.
Friday night, May 17th. We're celebrating abundance. We're celebrating Kinga.
Before we get off, I want to say this. I seen this girl, our Facebook wall. She said, imagine, let me go read it, because I got the picture of it. She said, where that shit at?
Salute to whoever he's about to quote.
Imagine driving to your dick appointment and better dick calls your phone. You freaky bitches. Now listen, I'm going to say this again. Ladies.
We love
Imagine driving to your dick appointment and better dick calls your phone. What do you do? Do you go get the dick you better go get? Or do you just go get the new dick? Like, what? That's a thing? Why are you fucking so many people? But listen.
She like that meat.
For the females, all Diddy. But yeah, that's it. Let's do this.
Aye, mustard on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak throw, man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many ops you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walk him down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs and party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Tryna strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga?